Someone call the doctor.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle and welcome back to my channel, Kpop MD, where we talk about K-pop and my initials are MD. Sometimes there's truth in advertising, kids. Anyways, today I thought I would discuss the K-pop comebacks, at least the more prominent ones, that happened in the month of January, in the hopes that we can do this at the end of every month going forward, and you guys can stay up to date on my K-pop opinions on various different groups and comebacks and happenings in the K-pop world, because that is what this channel is about, after all. So hopefully you like this and you get something out of it, but even if you don't, I'm probably just gonna keep doing it anyway, because that's my channel and I can do what I want to. So the first comeback I'd like to talk about is none other than Super Junior's Iya-Iya-O, which I still think is an absolutely ridiculous name for a song, because like, if the two is supposed to be pronounced in Korean, how come the rest of the letters are English letters? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But the song, regardless of the name, is amazing. And it's not like Super Junior has never done like powerful hip-hop concepts before. They've done everything, because by K-pop standards, those dudes are practically decrepit old men. But to successfully pull off such a drastic concept change this late into their career, I think it's really impressive. And also impressive is the fact that they were able to work with Zico on this song. I think it's really cool of them to be open to that first and foremost, and also that Zico was willing to do it. I think it's just a really cool collaboration in general. Now, the song itself, it seems sort of deceptively simple on paper, but there's so many things going on. First of all, I love how rhythmic it is. It's all very staccato with the verses that are like, and then even in the chorus, we just get sort of like an elongated, more melodic version of that. I also love that the chorus goes E-I-E-I-O, and then the beat underneath that is da-da-da-da-da. I love how those two themes or motifs or whatever musical word there is for it, I love how those two elements mirror each other. I think it's really super cool, and I would expect nothing less from Zico. He's a genius. I think the vocals in this track are great, I think the rapping on this track is great, and even the dancing is really cool. Like, I love Shindong's little finger move, and also he looks amazing after losing all that weight. Not saying that he didn't look amazing before, but you know what I mean. I also love, like, the duality of this song. Like, on one hand, it sort of sounds like a 90s throwback jam, like a Backstreet Boys song or whatever, but on the other hand, it sounds really fresh and innovative and new, like nothing that I've ever heard before within the last, like, 5-10 years. I also really like the cool little ad-libs and inflections sprinkled throughout, like the part where they go Super Junior, and also the now the breakdown part that I'm pretty sure is the same sample that they used on NCT 127's Cherry Bomb. But either way, it's working for me. I really like this. It's a really great song, and I think you should all check it out if you haven't already. Super Junior's E-I-E-I-O, 5 out of 5 stars. It's a bop. Moving on to something I feel a little bit more divisive about, and that is Momoland's Thumbs Up. Now, on one hand, I think that this is a song that had a whole lot of potential. I think that the verses are really good, and I think that the beat is really catchy in the verses, and that they do a really good job of building up to the chorus. The only problem is that chorus is incredibly annoying. Like, there's nothing more frustrating than listening to a song and expecting a really great drop, only to find out that that drop is nothing but a synthetic brass section and a bunch of girls screaming thumbs up at the top of their lungs, followed by some na-na-na-nas, you know? And I'm not saying that it's a terrible song or anything, I just personally found that that aspect of it was really annoying, and because that annoying part happens in the chorus, which is repeated over and over again, that ultimately means that I never really find myself wanting to listen to this song. That being said, I do appreciate the girls for trying their best and for coming back and doing all they can, even though they're having like a bit of a controversy right now. I don't really know what's going on with them. I know that they lost some members, but yeah, either way, I appreciate them. I look forward to seeing what they put out in the future, but this song was not my favorite. Now let's talk about SF9's Good Guy. I feel like I went on an emotional roller coaster with this song because when I first listened to it, I did not like it, not one single bit. Then I decided to listen to it again because I usually enjoy SF9's music and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing anything. And I still didn't really like it, but I also sort of could see how somebody else might like it. And then on my third listen, I was like, you know what? That part that I thought was really cringy and the harmonies that I thought were really bad, maybe they're actually kind of brilliant and I'm just being too harsh. And then I just kept listening to it over and over and over again until I kind of tricked myself into liking the song, which is what tends to happen with groups that I enjoy like SF9. So right now I'm basically at the point where it's still not my favorite song of theirs, but if it were to come on my K-pop Pandora station, I would not turn it off, you know? Also, I'm super excited that they finally got their first win with this song. I don't know why they couldn't have gotten their first win with a much superior song, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. I'm not going to complain about it. Now let's talk briefly about BTS. I know that Black Swan isn't their official comeback, but I'm going to talk about it anyway, because it's my channel and I can say what I want to. As always with BTS, I feel like the message is cool, the artistry is amazing, I love the choreo, but the song itself, not really something that I'd personally want to listen to. It's not that there's anything wrong with it or that it's bad in any way, it's just there's really not anything super exciting or addictive about it that makes me keep wanting to listen to it over and over again, if that makes sense. And I kind of feel the exact same way about Suga's interlude. I think it was called Shadow. Again, not bad by any means. He sounds good, the message is good, the video is good. It's just not really something that I find myself wanting to come back to, which is a shame because Suga is one of my favorite members in BTS, but I'm still excited about the album. I'm still excited for their proper comeback, and I'm really just looking forward to seeing what they do because you never know with BTS. Moving on, the next song is Zico's Any Song. I love this song. Oh my goodness. I love the message about how music can bring you out of a really dark time and uplift you and make you happy. I love how bright and poppy and cheerful it sounds. I love the sort of Latin merengue vibe that it has going on to it. I think it's a really fun idea for a K-pop song to have like a sort of viral dance challenge instead of just like a performance that the performer can do and that we all get to watch. It's fun having something that you can participate in instead, and I think that's a really smart move on Zico or his production team's part, one or the other. And overall, it's just nice to see Zico back on top. I feel like his last songs, like at the end of last year, didn't really do that well. But it's nice to see him back at the top, where he belongs in my humble opinion. Ateez's Answer is a song that came out in January, and I thought it was okay. Like, I think most Ateez songs are just okay. Like, Wonderland was the first song of theirs that just really blew me away and that I really, really loved. Of course, they have every right to put out a ballad after their last song was such like a big, booming, powerful concept, but it's really just not my cup of tea. I find it sort of generic and boring, and again, not really something that I find myself wanting to listen to on a daily basis. But that's just my opinion. If you like it, I'm so glad that you like it, and I know that they're doing really well for themselves, and I'm proud and happy for them, regardless of whether or not I like this particular song. Ooh, next up we have a really underrated song called Lay Back by VeriVery. I'll admit, I didn't know diddly squat about VeriVery until I heard somebody talking about this particular song and how good it was. So I checked it out and oh my god, it was so good. This is basically a pop song with a very like hip-hop, R&B, sexy vibe. And when I say that it's a sexy vibe, it is a sexy vibe. This is what I would consider baby-making music. And of course, I ain't gonna be making no babies, at least not in that way, anytime soon, because I'm gay as hell. But if I were going to make a baby the natural way, I'd want to be making that baby to this song, you know? That's the vibe we're going for with this song. Show me your friend. And like I said, don't know anything about VeriVery, don't know if the rest of their music is like this, but I'm definitely going to be paying attention to them moving forward, and I hope that they can keep producing songs of this quality, and if they do, I will definitely have to stan. Speaking of underrated songs, the last thing we're going to be talking about today is ANS or ANS's Say My Name. You guys, this song slaps so freaking hard. They had no right to snatch my weave like that, but I'm so glad that they did. Also, I don't really have a weave. I don't know why I didn't just say wig like a normal person, but that's beside the point. This is one of those powerful concept, very bright, synthy, electro-pop songs that have been popping up lately. There's so many different little elements and parts and sections of the song that go into making it what it is. But it all works beautifully, and I just really enjoy it a lot. I forget who wrote the song, but it's definitely somebody famous that wrote something else really good. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen right now. But yeah, basically I love everything about it. I love the performance, the dance is super cool. I think that the song itself is super catchy. I know that a lot of people have been giving this song flack because it sounds very similar to other songs, namely Everglow's Adios, but I personally don't really think that they're all that similar. Like, yeah, they have similar sort of drops in the chorus, but that doesn't make them the same song by any means. Like, they're very, very different. And if I'm being honest, I think I like this one a little bit better. Heyo. Also, apparently this is a group that keeps adding on a new member with every comeback. I think that that's an interesting idea, but I'm curious to see how far they're gonna take that, because eventually, like, you gotta stop adding members, because you can't just have like a 460 member girl group. Well, I guess you could, but it's probably not logistically the greatest idea. So I don't know where they're going with that, but I'm excited to see and learn more. And yeah, those are all the songs that I'm going to be talking about for this video. Please let me know in the comments below what you thought of any of these songs, or if there's anything that I missed. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Also, stay tuned and look forward to the February video, because there's already so many songs out that I can't wait to talk about. So look forward to that. I hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Goodbye.